Canelo versus Berlanga is going down September 14th in T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, taking place on Mexican Independence Weekend, as well as the UFC in the Sphere, which is going to be interesting to see. Canelo thinks they're going to do more numbers in the UFC. I doubt it. Boxing's kind of dead, but we'll see what happens because the UFC's card is honestly not that stacked for what they could have done. Once in a lifetime, event they're going to have in the Sphere, and it's not as good as I thought it would be. Canelo's card, this is a pretty good card. It's happening September 14th, I think 8 p.m. Eastern on Prime pay-per-view, and I think DAZN pay-per-view. But yeah, the card's pretty good. It has, Rolly Romero and Caleb Plant, which, I think is a pretty sad card. They did it well. Sorry, my voice just keeps cracking. I've been trying to do to stop my voice cracking, and it won't, it's not going to happen. So, if my voice keeps cracking, I apologize. I seriously have no idea why I can't talk for more than 3 minutes without it cracking, so that's pretty clutch. But I'm basically just here to talk about, what's happening, my predictions, what I think is going to happen with Berlanga and Canelo. Canelo is a way more experienced fighter, obviously. He's got 63 fights under his belt. Berlanga only has 22. Berlanga is undefeated. He's 22 now. Canelo's 61-2. Canelo obviously is seeing way more people, or way more experienced people. He has way more experience in general. He's seen Bivol, he's seen Triple G, he's seen Floyd, he's seen Plant. My voice keeps cracking. I don't know why. Let me take another drink of water because this isn't working. So anyway, like I was saying, Canelo is more experienced. The only thing is, Berlanga has a huge reach advantage. I think he's 6'1". Canelo's like 5'7", 5'8", 5'7.5", I think. Berlanga does have power. They both have insane power, but Berlanga has that height. He has a huge reach advantage. Berlanga has his first 16 fights. He had first-round knockouts, which is crazy, but his last 5 fights, he's only had 1 knockout, so... Then again, Canelo hasn't had a knockout in a long time. Yes, he does put people down, but I think it's been a minute since he's put somebody away. This could be it. This is, I feel like, one of the most inexperienced fighters he's fought in a long time. He fought John Ryder, Jermell Charlo. He fought Jamie Munguia, which, they all were, I think, more experienced than Berlanga. And I got to be honest, I don't know a whole bunch about Berlanga, and I don't think many people else do. I think Canelo's just trying to take this. He's ducking Benavidez, which would have been a way better fight for Mexican Independence Weekend, but... we'll see. Benavidez went up. I know he still wants to fight, so he'll come down if he wants to fight Canelo. But like I was saying, Berlanga has only had 1 knock on his last 5 fights. Canelo doesn't always knock people out. He does put people down. His last 3 fights, I know he's put them down. Hasn't put him out. The thing about Berlanga is he has to use his jab and keep Canelo at bay. But I don't know if he'll do that. That's not the type of fighter he is. He'll stand and trade with you, and that's what Canelo likes. That's why he picks people like Berlanga that will stand and trade. He knows what he needs and doesn't want to fight people like David Benavidez that have a good jab, because let's be honest, Canelo's 34. He's far into his career. It's a business. He doesn't really want to. He's already has 2 losses, and he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to take another loss to a young prospect. Well, not even really a prospect. Benavidez is just an insanely good boxer, and I think that would be a very close fight. I can't say who would win or who would lose. I just hope it happens after this, because it's getting kind of ridiculous at this point, because, I thought it would be happening, but the last, 2 fights, I was like, wow, he's really not fighting Benavidez, and I thought for sure they would be fighting next. He can't duck him one more time, right? So I thought, well, Berlanga, here he comes, and, would have been the perfect setup, like I said, and, Las Vegas, Mexican Independence Weekend, but it's not happening. So let's hope we see it next time, or at least David Morrell Jr. But I am still, nevertheless excited for this fight. But like I was saying, Berlanga likes to stand and trade, which is what Canelo wants. Canelo likes to get in the clinch. I think that's what he did with Jamie Munguia. He'll get up close. He'll hit you with an uppercut. He's very sneaky. He has insane head movement. He'll duck out of the way, hit you with a counter hook, counter uppercut. It doesn't matter. Canelo is just so much more experienced, and his defense is crazy. He's way more durable. And I don't know if Berlanga's going to be able to go the later rounds. I think Canelo might take him out to the deep water and drown him, you know. Berlanga is going to, even I'm saying use a jab, but I don't know if that's going to work. I don't think he's going to win off points. I just don't see, you know, Canelo, that's his thing, is he wins off points. I don't know. I think, if anything, Berlanga, he has some crazy power. It only takes a puncher's chance, you know. One punch is all, that's all it takes. So I do think all he has to do is, you know, just land one good clean. But like I said, that's so hard to do against Canelo. He has that height advantage, so, you know, maybe he can catch Canelo with, you know, a hook that Canelo couldn't see coming, or he thinks he's far enough away from him or something. He can't gauge the distance. But Canelo's fought tall fighters before. I don't think Berlanga's not going to be able to bring anything to the table that Canelo hasn't seen yet. So the only thing I say is Berlanga's going to have to do is he's going to have to put him away early, because it takes Canelo a little bit, you know, slower to get started. Maybe like 4th or 5th round Canelo gets going. But I just think it's going to take a little bit, like he usually does, and then he'll put him down in like the 7th or 8th, kind of like Tank Davis. He gets started, you know, in the later rounds. So that's why I think, you know, he's just a better fighter overall. Anything, there's nothing Berlanga's gonna be able to bring him to the table that Canelo hasn't seen. It's just the way it is. I just think Canelo is just way more powerful, way more technical, way more durable. He's just skilled in every aspect, and I just think he's gonna take him out. I do think that there may be some rounds where Canelo gets, you know, like, wow, okay, I didn't think that was going to happen. I think there may be a couple of those punches. Berlanga has some serious power, and I think that a couple of those might land. Or it could be the other way. It could just be a masterclass by Canelo, which I think it might be. But I do think, like I said, there's going to be a couple of those punches. There's going to be a couple of rounds. I just don't think he's going to win enough points. I don't, unless, I don't know, maybe Canelo just, he's so short. Canelo and Berlanga has the height advantage, but I just don't think, even if he uses his jab, like I said, Canelo's not going to be surprised by anything, and Canelo's going to get to him, use his head movement, get up there, hit him with some counters, get him up against the ropes, and tee off on him. I think that's what's going to happen, and I just don't think that he's going to be able to beat him even by points. Like I said, he's going to have to put him away early, or he's kind of done for. And I think Canelo's probably going to take some big shots, maybe the earlier rounds, and then he's going to turn up the tempo a little bit like he always does, and he's going to start landing some clean shots. He's going to start winning the rounds, and I think 8th, 9th, 10th, 7th round, whatever's going to happen, Canelo's going to put him down. He's going to put him down once, twice. I don't think there's going to be a knockout. I think it's either going to be a TKO stoppage, or it's going to be win on points and Berlanga barely makes it out because he got knocked down once or twice, or he's got battered the entire fight. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, that's about it for me, guys. Like I said, it's happening September 14th. I think it's 8 p.m. Prime Video, DAZN pay-per-view, Mexican Independence Weekend in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. Final prediction, I think Canelo wins. My gut says stoppage, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Stoppage or points. I don't see it being a knockout, but we'll see. I could very well be wrong. I'll be back for the prediction or the breakdown after the fight, and as well as the UFC fight. I'll be tracking both. Obviously, this is my first video, so what I do on here is combat sports in general. I'll be doing boxing, UFC. I'll be breaking those down. I'll be doing a UFC video soon, but I appreciate you guys watching. Feedback would be appreciated since it's my first video. Let me know what I can improve about the sound quality, lighting, whatever I can improve on. Let me know. It's much appreciated. You know, like, subscribe, whatever. Do all that stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon. See ya.